Hey everybody, it's ChadRiden, America's favorite comedian of all time. Thank you. Welcome to the Chaderossa. This is my spot out here in Taos County, New Mexico, kind of in between Taos, New Mexico and Carson, about a mile or two away from Earthship headquarters. They're actually on the other side of two peaks right there. It looks like one peak because from this angle, but that is two peaks. Over there is three peaks. Why do they call it three peaks? Because there's three. I bought this property in December 21. I came back and forth from Nashville quite often until June of 22 when I moved here full time. So I'm building sustainable, off the grid, carbon neutral structures using upcycled materials. I'm doing rainwater collection, running solar power. I'll have several projects going. We're gonna build the Earthship, a little Smurf Village mushroom house, a shower house, and a cistern, adobe in the bathrooms, and we're gonna work on adobeing community kitchen. The property is owned by the Holy MF'ing Chadyterian Church, and it's not weird. It's not a sex cult yet. The only belief we really have is that all religions are equally ridiculous, and everybody should have a tax exemption. So that's working out pretty well. The Chaderossa, it was originally 3/4 of an acre. It is currently 1 acre and 1/4, and we're adding more. I'm building a bunch of stuff. I want to share that with you and offer you the opportunity to come help me out. What day is it, mystery dog? What day is it, buddy? It's backhoe day. Our backhoe guy is Ron. He worked for Earthship forever. He's got his own construction business. He's an amazing builder. He's a great guy. He's really awesome. And I was very lucky to be able to schedule him to come and show up all the way out in my place, which is on the edge of the universe in the corner of... This is so fucking awesome. I've been waiting so long for this. It's happening. It's happening right now. Very embarrassed that my beard looks so stupid in this shot. Broke ground on the Chaderossa Earthship. Please excuse the wind noise in this video. We were in winter, now we're in wind season. We're gonna have about a month of summer and then it's straight to monsoon season. First thing we really did was create a little parking spot over here. And he dug me a swale. The dirt is on the wrong side of the swale, but that's okay. I can fix that myself. This is huge because now I've got places for people to park that are not in the way. If they do come and help me, and I do need your help, please come help. I'll look at some of the bow wows of the Chaderossa. There's Bear, Popcorn, who I think is a coyote. I don't think he's a dog. Beatrice, Big Bow Wow. It's got a name, but I just don't remember what it is. The second thing we did was we destroyed that tire wall. They're building out of recycled stuff. So, cinder blocks cost money and they're expensive to transport and it's not great for the environment. So, tires are available around the world. Everywhere you go, they're filling up landfills. So you can get them, you pound them with a sledgehammer and fill them full of dirt and you use them like bricks. Each tire, when it's pounded with earth, is 300-400 pounds. And it's too much. It's just too much to deal with as an individual with bad knees and a bad back. So he picked up each tire and shook it loose and then tossed the tire so I could grab it and throw it over here on my tire pile. Get it out of the way. So we really busted ass. I worked pretty much the whole time he was out here kind of prepping the next spot for him to go to and making sure there was no debris in the way. Whoever built that tire wall was an idiot and didn't know what they were doing, and the tires were mismatched sizes and there was bottles just jammed in there. They were kind of doing pack out while they were pounding tires. It didn't make any sense. And so So I had to pull glass bottles out of the way while he was shaking out tires, and so that worked out really well. We got that knocked out, and then he flattened this area. Next, we cleared out and leveled my actual build site. This is where the Earthship will go. It's one of my neighbors, G.I. Josh. He is a trip, very into conspiracy theories. And when I met him, I thought, oh God, this is a great bit. But no, he believes all of that stuff. You can see I've got little cans, stake marking corners, throw down a string line, start leveling this out and getting tires pounded as soon as I get a site level out of here. So it'll be an L-shaped tire wall, just the same way my friend Ariel did hers, so I can build like a kitchen, bathroom, main room, and then hopefully get that squared away and dried in, and then add a bedroom next to that and continue building towards the east and adding on without having to dig out the berm and redo the tire wall or anything like that. An open-ended towards the east tire wall. I think that's a good way to do this. Because I don't want to build too big and be stuck here doing this forever. I want to get something done, and I want to get inside it. I don't want to be in a school bus next winter, and hopefully I can get this thing dried in by October. We'll see. But I can always add on in the future, and that was the key. That was the goal here. So he cleared out this whole space and leveled it out, and I stacked all my tires just off on the other side of the property line. I've got more tires on the way, but now I can drive right up to it and dump tires right here, whereas before it would have been impossible to get my truck over here. Here's my pit garden. There will be a Walpini here. I'm not going to focus on that this year. I grew 19 cannabis plants in there last year, and it worked really well. It's enough space to do that. I will expand this and make it better, and next time the backhoe comes, he's going to do a little bit of work on this, digging it out and making it bigger. But for now, it's fine. It's not the focus. But the dirt that came out of that pit was piled up right here, and on the other side, topsoil here, caliche over there, and of course I had him scoot that over there so I can use that to pound tires. And so it's nice to see this area cleared up, because this was, full of Russian thistle and a mess. There was a friggin' Subaru parked there. Bear, get out of there. Come on, buddy. Get out of there. You're ridiculous. You are ridiculous. Bow wow. But I love you. But then I had him come up here and clear all the sagebrush out of the western third of the property. Bear, come here. Come here. Popcorn. Bear, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Stay out of the way. waitress. She's a sweetheart. This was all covered with trash. This was all covered with debris, broken glass, and cans, and nails, and broken pottery.
Anyway, like you see, there's all kinds of junk here to work with.
This is the voice of Linda, the lady who previously owned the property.
Over there in containers, so at some point you might want to do a dump run. But I just save everything because we build with everything.
And I've spent the last year cleaning all this stuff up and consolidating it over into this western wall so I can sort through it. One of my inspirations is Rory and Heather, old school Earthshippers. They live on the opposite end of Carson Estates than I do. They've been out here for over 20 years, and every piece of trash that they've generated is incorporated into their build. They've never taken anything to the landfill, and that's exactly what I want to do. Like the broken glass, all this crap will be used somehow and incorporated into the build. The plastic, everything. I'll figure out a way to do it. Around the property, they built walls out of box springs they found on the side of the road and packed them full of trash and then plastered over them, and they've got a Adobe wall. Like, that's brilliant. And so I'm gonna do that too. And I'll get rid of all this trash, incorporate it into the build, and make this a garden. So I've got all kinds of glass, ready, sorted to make glass walls, bus seats, and then random debris. There's all kinds of metal and weird stuff. The Boy Scout in me doesn't like trash, and I wanted to clean this up. It was a vast cleanup effort, and that continues, So anyway, he came through, he cleaned up all this. He was like, so you're not a sagebrush lover? It's like, no, it's crap. As soon as you pull it up, something better grows. And I plan on growing much better shit out here. So I've got to get some clover seed to get a cover crop going. I want to get some veg and clover seed, maybe a mix of good stuff to get out here just to keep this dirt down. Otherwise, I'm creating a dust bowl out here, and I know that. But one thing at a time. This is going to be the backside of the Earthship, backside of the berm. Now this dirt will be used up to pound tires, but I've got a space to drive a truck back here between the shed and the Earthship itself. This little shed does a lot of rainwater collection for me, and I've got some lumber. There's a woman just south of Taos, and she's got some property where there's a very old adobe shed. It's over 100 years old, and a couple other little shacks that she wanted torn down. And some contractors quoted her thousands of dollars for a tear down. And I was like, they're just gonna come out here with skid steer and just knock this crap down. And charging her thousands of dollars for that really made me mad. Pissed me off that they were taking advantage of her, I think. So I offered to do all that for free. So I did not tear down the adobe. Her roof had collapsed, but she gave me all that lumber. So I've got very old beams here that are great. That would cost me hundreds of dollars each that she just gave me for that effort. And I tore down a couple sheds for her and got that wood too, and it's all stacked up. The good stuff is stacked up here, and then the stuff that's unusable or rotten, I'm gonna burn, But this shed here, it's not great. It's not exactly square. So my plan is to just use pallet wood to wall it in and cob over that. So I've got a nice, sound, safe structure. I'll make this a workshop. I'll put all my tools in here. This camper's in here, I assume, because it's not watertight. I know it's not wind tight. I've not been on the roof, but it's taking up space inside here and I don't need it in here. I'm gonna pull it out. That's the other thing we had the backhoe do is I had him level this in a camping area. So I've got my short bus over there. Sue's in that currently, and there's an outhouse over here. And there's the beginnings of a chicken coop, which I'm actually using as a shower stall. But I had him level this and clear out all the sagebrush. What I'm gonna do is drag this camper over here and place it parallel to the big bus, adobe it in. A guy in Three Peaks did the same thing with a camper of similar size. It'll be a nice little community kitchen set up over there. And then, I don't know if you can see that right there, that camper is the exact same model as this one, except it's in worse shape. A guy dropped it off here last summer and donated it to the Holy MF'ing Chadyterian Church. And so I'm gonna do the same thing with that. I'm gonna get like somebody's good at carpentry to rebuild the interior and make it a little bit nicer. It's a place to sleep. It's got a stove that functions in a sink. And so I'm gonna turn that into a place where somebody could stay, put it over there somewhere, kind of almost where it's at, but oriented properly. Adobe it in as well. So we've got that project going on. I had him cut me a new driveway. So the original driveway, it's fine, but it's it goes through the lowest part of the property. And so whenever it rains or there's snow melt, it's soup. And the mud there is at least knee deep. And that intersection right there has really bad mud problems. And so I need to do some earthworks on the Carson National Forest side of the road and on my side. And I'm gonna dig a pond down there. But in the meantime, I wanted a new driveway. I want a driveway that loops through, and I wanted one coming from the high ground. And so that's what we did. We came through here and cut this driveway. And it just kind of comes through, headed towards the north, and it cuts up towards the west up here. So I planted some trees along this fence line. But the most important thing for me to do over here, aside from cutting in a new entrance, was digging this pit. So this will be a comedy Kiva. I'm gonna build a traditional Kiva out here. This is about a 25-foot diameter hole. I needed dirt from my berm, and we'll need a lot more. I'm gonna dig this about 9-10 feet deep, and I'm gonna build a traditional circular 22-foot Kiva, I think, and it'll have the hole in the center where you can come down a ladder, but I'll also have a wheelchair accessible ramp coming in from the east side, because I'm not climbing up and down a ladder, and it'll be a cool little powwow space, so I need that to be accessible. And then down you can see the Subaru. I just drug it to the road, dumped it. Maybe I'll sell it to somebody, maybe I'll scrap it myself, I don't know, but I just needed it the hell out of the way. Just on this side of that is my driveway, the original driveway, and I'm going to cut a little pond down there. And I'll clear all this sagebrush out eventually, but for the meantime, it's fine. I don't need to create more dust. I just needed, eventually, when he comes back with the backhoe, we'll cut that new pond in and get some dirt out of there too. This is the central area of the property. I'm calling it Grand Central Station. This concrete mixer I bought when I was drunk from a friend, along with this trailer tanker to haul water. I kind of wish I hadn't. They're both old and difficult to maneuver, but and this thing needs a new motor, which I think costs more than a brand new small mixer, modern mixer. So I'm debating, do I fix this thing and use it? It's very big. Or do I just buy a new mixer from somewhere for less money? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, because I don't know. I'm debating. I built a little dog pen. So this is it's all pallet wall, but gotta keep my dog safe and out of trouble. Dog park where she can run around with her friends, and jump in and out. But the rest of the neighborhood dogs need to be let in and out. So it's nice to have that secure and safe. This is the school bus, the big bus. Look, it's Mystery Doggy Dog. How are you doing, Bubba? Huh? But I mean, that's what we did. And I'm staged and ready to go. As soon as I get a sight level out here, start pounding tires. Thank you for watching and checking in on what I'm doing over here. Oh, also, I'd like to invite you to come hang out. If you're cool, I've surrounded myself with fun, cool people with joy in their hearts and no hate. And if that's you, you're welcome here. Come and hang out for an hour or forever. We'd love to have you. ChadRiden.com/build. I'm on workaway.info as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please click like, click subscribe, but most importantly, share it with your friends. If you've already subscribed, then thank you very much. I will see you next time. If you didn't subscribe, then goodbye forever. I'll see you never.